What if you're not feeling like you want to do anything at all? Maybe you just had a big meal, or overall you're just feeling tired and not inspired. What to do when you really don't know what to do and all you want to do maybe is just kick back on the couch, watch a series, do some scrolling? Well, I got some great suggestions for you, but please also feel free to come up with your own practice that you can always practice. Even when you're lazy, even when you're tired, even if you're laying all the way knocked out on the couch, you can still practice this. So I'll just give you a minute, a little bit shorter, but to see if you can come up with something which we can label your laziest practice. Something that in any moment, no matter what the situation is, you can still practice this. And maybe pause the video if you want to contemplate this a little bit longer. But to jump straight into my suggestions, will be very obvious. My suggestion is either focus on the I am or on your X. It doesn't matter how tired you are, you can always recognize that you are. Because that awareness that is aware is not affected by the tiredness, is that which knows that you are tired. And even just noticing that, it's like normally your attention is on the object, the shapes in the world, but when you become aware of awareness, it's like that awareness, you take it from all the objects and you place it back on the subject. And every time you recognize it, it's like it becomes a little bit brighter. You recognize it a little bit more. You get a small jolt of recognition, like a little electricity bulb. And that is mainly just a reaction from your body, from you recognizing that freedom that you truly are. This is why I'm a big proponent to awaken to this, to highlight this, because you're not just your name, you're not just your body. That is the idea of self, your concept of self that has collapsed. But you are awareness. You are aware of all of this. You are. Are you not? And before you say, I am this, or I am that, or even I am X, you are already that. You are already I am, that I am. And just recognizing this, you can do in any moment, and you will notice the more that you do it, you will notice the benefits. You'll feel more free, you feel more spacious, negative thoughts can affect you way less, if any at all, and you'll just open up. It's the number one practice I recommend, and that's why I'll always keep returning to it within this IMX teachings, or even within the IMX game. It's always the ground on which you can reset, because it's so easy to get caught up in stories, but usually all that we need is just a little breather, suck the oxygen out of the mind, let go, and just be for a moment. Just be. And then maybe a thought will pop in again, but to that awareness, it doesn't matter. Even when you're tired, oh, I don't feel like doing anything, not watching a video, not doing anything inspirational. All it takes is just having a desire to recognize yourself, your true home, and in that recognition, and then you can just go about whatever you are doing, but keep interrupting yourself, the stream of the mind, the stream of the stories, the little fairy tale that we tell ourselves, or maybe nightmare, I'm not sure. Depends on what we tell ourselves. So that is I would say my truest recommendation. You can always do this. I have a timer set that usually when I'm not studying or doing some other work, every 10 minutes, or even when I'm studying or doing some other work, I still have the time. Every 10 minutes, a nice little gong goes off and I'm just reminded, oh yeah, I drop everything, I just become aware. And just a beautiful moment of silence, of peace. And then I just continue about what I was doing. So That is one of my recommendations. And so my other recommendation is focus on your purest, truest vibration, your most heart-centered, effortless, natural expression. For me, it's just, I call it blissing in my case. So even when I'm really tired, I don't feel like doing anything, then I just bliss. I just, no, 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 no. It's like a little bit like internal humming with my soul, with my vibration. And it can express itself in so many ways. But it's just keep coming back to that purity, to that love. And it's just very soothing. It's almost like a lullaby. It just calms me, and it's just about bringing my attention back to bliss, to my heart, to what feels most alive. And the beauty about this is that it's always accessible. Your acts, your signature from your soul, your unique expression of this infinite awareness, this always resides in your heart, but sometimes it might be like an ember. It's not a full flame yet. So sometimes you have to blow some life into it, amp it up a little bit. Or if you wish, throw a lot of gasoline on it, or take it gently, whatever you feel inspired to. But this is your heart, this is your soul, this is the seed of your destiny, which you want to nourish with your love, with your attention. You want to invest it in this. And this spark you can always activate. Even when you're tired or you not feel like doing something, you can just let go of anything you're doing and just notice that inspiration, that excitement in your heart. And it's always there, even when it's dull, even when the mind is doing all of these things. But this is why I suggest to combine both of those, because sometimes we cannot see the trees through the forest. We're too caught up in stories, already too far in concept. So then go back to zero. Take that moment to just fuck everything again, not take it so serious. Find that point of reset. And then from that clarity, it's much easier again to recognize your inspiration, your calling, your duty, the reason why you're here, and then you can start playing. And then you'll notice, oh damn, I actually do got energy. I can actually still do the dishes or do this, or maybe not. Maybe you still want to watch a movie or just scroll, but you do it from a space of inspiration. You come from a place that is true and authentic to you, because anything you do that is not true and authentic to you is wasted. It only serves you in terms of showing you what you not want through that contrast. And you will notice that every time you act out of an integrity with your truth, you'll feel, to some extent, you'll feel bad. You feel like something is off. I don't feel quite good. I do not feel quite at ease. There's something nagging in the back of my mind. That's why you want to stay true no matter what. Even when you're lazy, even when you're tired, even when you're afraid. In all of these situations, your I am and your acts are always there for you. Learn to recognize this, learn to play it like your own inner instrument, awaken to it, train it like it's a muscle, and devote yourself completely to your own true nature. That's it for today's video. It's not a problem if you're lazy, just don't forget to stay true. Much love. Bye-bye.